Now we're on to trends, the last section of the how-to series by Mobile Action. Trends, really interesting stuff can be discovered here. So jumping into it. Trends, there's three types of trends: ranking history, download history, and revenue history. Ranking history, users can track an app's overall and category ranking for both paid, free, grossing categories over a selected date range. This is again a tool for both the App Store and the Play Store. This tool will help users keep an eye out for changes in rank for their own apps, competitor apps, or if you're using Mobile Action as a research tool or just learning about apps in general. Changes in rank can mean various things. This could be whether an app had a big update, maybe was featured in the App or Play Store, or they spent money on advertising. So it's a good tool to start researching competitors or see how this affects one's own apps. The download history trends provides an easy to review graph of where an app's downloads are coming from and breaks it down by percentage to see which country provides the most traffic. This is probably one of my the next thing, the conversion rate feature is probably one of my favorite features on Mobile Action. Really easy to use and powerful tool. This is something that needs to be connected, iTunes Connect or Google Play Dev Console, so a developer can see this. So you do need to have an app, and it's for your app only. But the conversion rate features, invaluable page views to data downloads metric, so you can see which countries are giving you the most value. Really good stuff, really interesting, and we'll talk about that more when we get to that page. And then revenue history. This shows where apps revenue is coming from a customizable graph, and then breaks it down by percentage to see which country provides the most sales. All right, let's jump into the tool, and we're going to look at an app called Sleep Better. And Sleep Better, you can see this is the category and ranking. You see it's had a nice little increase. This is in the health and fitness category. And as you can see, it's been going up since January 12th, so downloads are increasing, and it also is tracking the grossing. So it's a free app, and then there's an in-app purchase within the app. If you wanted to look at a competitor as well, you can add them. So let's add Digipill, and you can see how a competitor is doing. So you can track. Oops, excuse me. So now you can see how a competitor is doing as well. So they've been staying behind. So that means you're keeping your distance. So you can always, if you were advertising for an app, you could spend more. If a competitor's closing in on you, you can do lots of different things. So that's how you would add a competitor. But let's just take that off for now. And then that's the ranking history over here on the left. Now download history for this app. If you have connected your iTunes Connect, you can see where most of your downloads are coming from. And this is really interesting. China is responsible for over 50% of this app's downloads. That's pretty cool. You can see in the conversion rate, one of my favorite tools that's new on Mobile Action, you can see how it's performing in various countries. In Russia, obviously, this app does a very good job, 41%, 42% in Brazil. There's countries that can be improved. See, China is getting a lot of downloads. This means it's getting seen, but it's not converting as well. Same thing in France. This allows an app developer to think about new opportunities to change what their app metadata looks like. The screenshots or the app icon. Maybe it's not working well. Maybe they need to localize in that language. So that conversion rate tool is extremely powerful. And then the trends on revenue history. This is also interesting to look at. And as mentioned, you can of course sort the data as however you like. Last 7 days, 14 days. If you're a paid user, you can do all sorts of different stuff. Again, this is for App Store and Play Store. And then you can see, get an idea of where your revenue is breaking down. So you can see that China, on the last page, was responsible for 51% of downloads, but only 27% of revenue. So that means they're not converting as well. So this is an interesting metric for you to look at, whether you're thinking about advertising or trying to really spend some time focused on specific countries. So those are the trends on Mobile Action. Again, they're over here on the left-hand side. Highly recommend digging into this tool, connecting the iTunes account and or Google Dev Console, because you can get a lot more out of the Mobile Action tool by doing so.